Okay, so let's have a straight up conversation between me and you, and we're gonna talk about time, okay? And the fact that most people feel like they have unlimited amount of time on earth. Well, let me tell you something. Every single day in, every single day out, time elapses. Every moment, every minute, every hour, time is ticking, and time waits for no man. Okay, so what can you do? You can learn to be smart. One of the my big boy mentors, he's a millionaire. He tells me, look, Joseph, if you want to make yourself a legend, if you want to utilize every single minute of your life, every single moment that you have in life, then you got to realize that time is very, very key. Okay? Because even you think about it, just the other day you were just a baby and everyone around you was asking you, what do you want? What's wrong? When you cry, everybody just you get everybody's attention. But now, years have gone. Now you are in a different level. No one cares about you. So that tells you that time is really going fast. Look around your social circle. Look around your acquaintances. How many people did you do you know that are dead now? How many? Lots of people, and their time is really it's now over. Okay, and don't you stay there thinking that the laws of nature don't apply to you. One of these days your time is going to be over. Okay, and most people live their lives as if they going to live forever. There is a saying that if whatever you've always wanted to do today you didn't do it, then you never do it, chances are. Okay, so what you can do is make sure that before you go to bed you've done everything that you wanted to do in your life today, or at least you've tried your level best. Okay, because this thing we call death, this thing we call the end of your life, is never, you cannot predict it. Okay, you can die the very next second after this. I'm not being a pacifist, I'm just being a realist. I'm just looking at the facts, and the fact is it's unpredictable. Death is always hanging around us every single minute, every single time that we're living. Okay, so don't you stay there thinking that you're gonna live forever. No, you've seen this happen. One moment you were with these people, and then the next moment they're not even there. They're gone, and gone forever. Okay, and one of the biggest regrets of human mind is to get the wasted times that they wasted during their lifetime. And unfortunately you can never get the years that you misused, the years, the time that you spend around people who are not healthy to you. I mean, look at most people. Okay, research has it, the truths are on the table, that most people, when they're actually on their deathbed, everybody goes like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have spent time with these kinds of friends. I wish I wouldn't have done this. I wish I wouldn't have wasted much time. I wish I've done this. I wish I did this and this and this. Are you really waiting for that moment so that you can start regretting about the things that you didn't do when you had all the time? Are you? I need you to ask yourself, because most people are, and most people go delusional and say, every day I try to do this and this. Is no. You try to maximize every moment that you have, every minute, every single second, such that if you die the next hour, if your life ends the next hour, the world is gonna remember you for the rest of your existence. Okay, for the rest of its existence. And there's this strategy that you can use that my mentor told me about. Look, every day he wakes up, he writes his own eulogy and says, when I die, I want this to be printed on my tombstone. I want people to recognize me. I want the next generations that are coming to always recognize me as a mad scientist, someone who is so obsessed with knowledge, the reality and the truths about life. So when I write that, I make sure that for the better part of the day I work towards accomplishing that. I work towards making me a mad scientist. And he tells me, you know what that has done to my mind? It has revolutionized my mind so much such that now I can be able to solve every single solution that there is in this world. Okay? So when you focus on your time and your death and you write your eulogy down, that acts as a springboard for you to move to places where you gonna make yourself a legend. Okay, so I don't want to make this video long, but I want you to realize that time is very, very valuable, and if you spend it around things that don't add no value to you, if you spend it around people that are toxic, if you spend it around doing that you're not even interested in, if you spend it just proving to someone that you have a certain strength in someone, then you're gonna have a regret of your lifetime, because one of these days you're gonna be older. Okay, most the millennials, the people that are between 20 years and 30 years and 40 years, think that one of these days you're never gonna be 90. Wait, let me ask you something. Do you see people around who are 100 years old or people who are 90 years old? Yes, they are. And one of those days back then, they were 20 years just like you. Okay? And one of the biggest shames that you can ever have in life is to be the old guy who walks around uh, the estate, the old guy who walks around town with nothing. I mean, you're just a walking icon of laziness, procrastination, a poor man's mindset, and nobody will want to associate with you. Nobody is gonna come to you for any freaking advice. And let me just give you the fact here. When you're 90 years old or when you're 80 years old, you always have this desire for people to come to you for a certain advice about a certain topic or a certain thing. And if you haven't ever done anything much, people are never gonna come to you. I mean, who will want to come to somebody who is 80 years old and they're homeless and they're just sitting down there in the streets begging for some pennies, some coins, for an advice to be a millionaire? Nobody. It's total BS. It will never happen. So what you can do is start right now, invest in your mind, invest in your life. Okay, seek to make every single minute of your life count. One of these days when you're gonna be 80, you're gonna have a story that is worth a lifetime, a story that you can narrate to somebody who is 10 years old and they follow your exact footstep to make themselves a legend. Okay, so that's the main point. Do not waste time. We ain't got no much time. And most people waste time around procrastination. And I did a video earlier on about procrastination. It's the killer of all ideas and dreams and all the good life. Okay? It's basically the enemy of progress. It's basically the enemy of making you a legend. It's a rebel of your legendary government. Okay, so if you feel like you can do something, if you feel like you have an idea, you look yourself and see if you have um just one day left for you to live. There's this movie I was watching a while ago. Actually, I was in primary school, and it was the main actor is Jason Statham. This guy, it's called The Crank. This guy just wakes up one day and some villain had injected him with a certain dose, which is gonna last him just two days. So he had to do everything that is always admired to do, everything that he had planned for his life in just two days. Okay, and you could see the rush, the adrenaline, and trust me, this guy managed to accomplish almost 50%, almost, I don't know, it's 80 or 50, it's 80%. He managed to accomplish 80% of the things that he is always wanted to do in life. So you look yourself as that. Look at yourself as if you have that dose injected on you, such that you will only live up to tomorrow. Okay, so make proper use of today. Okay, so I hope you learned something. I want you to share this video. I request you to share this video to other people, because somebody out there maybe needs to hear exactly this to change their life. Somebody out there maybe needs to hear this message to make sure that they manage their times well. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you soon.